Prime XBT is the most powerful trading platform offering immediate access to over 30 assets. Trade cryptocurrencies, forex, commodities, stock indices, and much more, all from a single Bitcoin settled account. Visit the link below and start trading on Prime XBT in minutes.
SAT revolutionizes online advertising with blockchain technology. Learn more at theburpnest.com/SATT. Send cash to your friends and earn free crypto with the Metal Pay app. Learn more at theburpnest.com/metal.
All right, what's up, guys? Hope you guys are doing good. So I decided to start a little bit earlier, just a couple of minutes, because I was just sitting here waiting for everything to start here, and we're getting a lot of viewers. So I figured, let's just start take a look at Bitcoin here, and we're we're obviously getting some very nice moves right here. So yeah, let's take a look at Bitcoin. So if you guys are having any problems with sound or anything like that, let me know. And I'm streaming to different platforms tonight, so it's gonna be quite hard for me to monitor all the chats, but obviously my private students in the Nest Club will obviously have priority with their questions. But of course, I'm gonna try to monitor the chat as much as possible and answer any questions that you guys might have. So I'm checking out the stream on Twitter. Is it lagging for you guys? Because it seems like it's lagging for me. No, it looks good. All right, let's do this. So Bitcoin is breaking in above the 7.3k area, so the 17.3k area, right? And I've been talking about this scenario for a couple of days now, and let me just extend this a little bit, and I'm gonna talk about what levels I'm looking at, and where I'm gonna start to increase my exposure to Bitcoin. So now I started to decrease my exposure to Bitcoin on this move down, and the reason for that was really I didn't really like I did a webinar a couple of days back, and we talked about this this pattern right here, the double top right here, and the breakdown right here was quite an ugly breakdown, and I viewed the previous range, like the previous 4-hour range right here, as the danger zone for Bitcoin, right? And I figured as soon as Bitcoin starts to trade inside this danger zone, the previous range, right? And I was starting to I wanted to de-risk my Bitcoin longs and my spot exposure, and maybe I'll open up a hedge short or something like that. But we just went straight through, and on the 1 hour, I did not like this one bit, right? You had a move straight down to range low, came up and had a bearish reaction of range EQ, then a straight move down to the 16.4k support level, and then a bearish reaction of range low. So really, I figured what I want to do is I want to decrease my BTC exposure. I did take long trades on Bitcoin, but generally try to decrease my spot exposure when I saw this low to medium time frame bearish market structure, right? And as soon as we were to break inside the previous range low, I would enter on a 4-hour open and close inside previous range, right? And that's actually happening most likely tonight if the current market structure is going to continue like this, right? So what I'm looking for here is a 4-hour open and close. So basically for this candle to close inside the previous range, and I would love to get a retest of the previous range low, which is the area between, let's say, 7.2 and 7.4. And if we look at the lower time frames here, I'm pretty certain that if you measure the RLC from this low right here to the possible reaction up at range EQ, you will most likely get the RLC in this area, right? So let's try that out, and you will clearly see that. Well, almost, right? So somewhere in this region, right? So what I'm looking for is let's just say that I'm gonna anticipate a reaction at around 17.9. Let's put on the fibs here, right? And we have a very interesting area here between the 618 and the 50% fib here, right? So if we can get a 4-hour open and close, and then a nice rounded retest and a clean rounded retest, right? Because I really think this hourly breakout candle here is just super, right? It's just beautiful because you're breaking, it's a clean breakout candle, breaking these previous highs to the left right here. Just beautiful, and really taking out this whole range right here. So what I'm liking about this 1 hour breakout candle is the fact that the last high pre-breakout is, you know, right here. And it's also confluent with these resistance right here. So in my opinion, I mean, we might of course still see a fake out here. I mean, we might get rejected up in this area right here, and if we close the next 4-hour candle, I mean, a lot of things can happen in 1.5 hours, right? So the next 4-hour close will close in, next 4-hour candle will close in 1 hour and about 24 minutes, right? If that candle closes back down at support, I'm gonna view that as a you know, classic fake out, and that's why what I'm trying to prevent here, because I want to increase my BTC holdings quite significantly if we reclaim this low, and I'm then gonna use these lows right here as my invalidation level. If we break that to the downside, I might start thinking about de-risking my positions again, because I mean, if you look at the higher time frames right here, what's happening here is we got a beautiful rounded retest, right? A beautiful rounded retest of one of the biggest and most, you know, powerful breakouts in this up move. Well, I guess every breakout on this up move is quite powerful, and honestly, I think the 12k level is the strongest one. But we're I'm taking one level at a time, right? So I can't really start thinking about the 12k level when we have 1, 2, 3 levels, you know, between that level. So we're only going to be watching the previous range EQ and previous range low. So the range low and range EQ, those are going to be my main levels, because I'm trading level by level, right? So I don't really care about the levels outside of this range right here. But I mean, look at the higher time frames. The reason why I would like to increase my spot BTC exposure, if we can get a 4-hour open and close and a rounded retest on the hourly with a confirmed bounce. And what I'm talking about is like best case scenario, a round bottom on the hourly inside the range low. And you may, if you look at the weekly here, what you're doing basically is you're buying an uptrend. And I would absolutely not be shorting this. I saw some conversations inside the Nest Club. By the way, guys, if you're not subscribed to the Burp Nest newsletter, you need to check out the burbnest.com/newsletter and sign up for the newsletter. You will get a lot of exclusive deals and exclusive videos, you know, recap videos on the market, and I'm sharing different scalping ideas in the newsletter on a weekly basis. It's completely free. All you have to do is you need to go to the burbnest.com/newsletter, sign up for the newsletter, and receive your free weekly market reports and TA educational videos. All right, the next one is being sent out on Tuesday, and I'm most likely going to do a video on a scalping technique that I'm working on the 1 minute that you can use on Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the altcoin, well, the Forex market really, but I'm trying to kind of figure out how to use it on the major altcoins too, but I think it works best on Bitcoin and Ethereum right now in the crypto market. Yeah, so I like that. I really do like this on Bitcoin. I'm still looking for some sort of, you know, some kind of reaction at the previous range EQ, right? So that's what I'm watching. I'm putting an alert right here, and I've also got one alert down at the range low right there. So I'm not going to be putting in blind orders. I just want to get notified when Bitcoin, you know, hits this range. And what I would love to see right here is for Bitcoin to, I think the best case scenario right now for Bitcoin and the altcoin market, because like I want to be bullish on Bitcoin and I want to be bullish on altcoins, right? I don't want to see Bitcoin break down and take the altcoin market with it. I would love for Bitcoin to continue this bull trend, and I would love for Bitcoin to establish this previous range low as support, as a sign of strength, right? And then start ranging. Because honestly, I kind of felt like ranging down here was a sign of weakness, right? But reclaiming a support level after a huge dump like this and then ranging, I think that's going to be a very good opportunity to trade altcoins. Let's take a look at the BTC dominance, and I'm going to show you guys what I'm looking at on the BTC dominance, right? So we are not really seeing that huge of a uptick on the BTC dominance right here with this move from Bitcoin. So, you know, with the dump on Bitcoin, we got this move right here. So what happened here was we had that alt window right here. First altcoin window kind of opened up here. We then broke this support to the downside, which opened up the next altcoin window. And I was looking for a breakdown here that would open up a you know, the bigger altcoin window, in my opinion, because that would mean that we're breaking below the area where the BTC dominance entered a bullish market structure. So breaking below this again would mean that the BTC dominance once again is in a bearish market structure, which means that altcoins are most likely going to perform very well. And I think that might actually happen if, like I said, Bitcoin starts to range between the previous range EQ and the previous low. So that's what I'm watching. I'm watching for Bitcoin to hopefully range here while I increase my exposure with the rounded retest and a confirmed bounce down here. So increase my spot BTC exposure. I could also use that BTC to trade altcoins spot, because altcoins will most likely, like I said, perform quite well. Let's take a look at a couple of altcoins, and we're gonna use the market scanner in the bird nest. By the way, guys, don't forget that we have a like, you probably haven't missed it because it's all over the screen, but we got that Black Friday deal going on. So if you're interested in the bird nest, it's your last chance to actually secure the deal. So check that out. Go to birdnest.com/BF2020 to secure your deal. Right, what was I talking about? Right, the market scanner. Right, so I'm gonna show you something cool here. In the bird nest, we have a we've built this in-house, right? So we got a couple of algo coders and a couple of coders in the team. If you're not familiar with the bird nest, we are a team of professional traders and trading psychologists, and we have this trading community where we scan the markets on a daily basis together with the members, and we have this market scanner, looks like this, right, in the Discord, and it's a fantastic tool, right? Fantastic tool. This is like, I've gone from using a bunch of different applications to only actually looking at this. So all I need to do, right, it's very simple. All I need to do is I need to go to the to this market scanner. This is the BTC pairs. I'm watching for an outliner, right? I'm watching for something different here. So something that's not completely red. I'm watching for any bullish shines right here. So obviously this window right here, I got one that's very interesting. It's ONG right here. So let's take a look at ONG. We had a something going on ONG. Let's take a look. Right, that's not really interesting. Not really interesting. Let's take a look at another one. Obviously, we got DNT up here, looking very, very nice. Obviously, probably pumping like hell. Yeah, so that's that's one crazy pump. Holy shit! Look at that. Insane. So we have retraced. Probably retrace down to the 50% right here. Let's take a look. Yeah, so actually we came down and touched the 618 here beautifully. I love that. Let's take a look at the 4 hour. Can we find any? Well, it's a quite messy shot, honestly. I'm not really a fan of these kinds of shots with the massive wicks and just quite sharpy price action. But I'm looking at one certain level here. If we if we're gonna see more upside, we need to reclaim the 382 area, and I'm most likely gonna view this whole area as the resistance. So I'm looking for break and retest of this area. Really, that's the only thing that's interesting me in on this chart. So we're looking at the 4 hour. I would like to say I'm looking for at least a 4 hour close above. I'm gonna put an alert right here. So whenever price moves above this area, I'm gonna get an alert. And if we get a 4 hour open and close and a rounded retest on like the hourly with a confirmed bounce, I would probably like to enter with using probably like, if not really sure, but I like this structure. Depends on like where the last swing low pre-breakout is. If we get a reaction like that and a swing low here, might want to buy the confirmed bounce with a stop below the last swing low. In that case, first take profit will probably be the 236 here. Take some out of the market, like take some profits here, move stop to entry and just let it run. But I mean, usually I don't buy. A lot of people might want to buy, you know, a lower time frame breakout here, but considering the fact that this has pumped so much already, I'm not really interested in, you know, going big on this one, because it's most likely going to get, we're most likely going to get a move lower, probably down to the 786 here. All right, let's see if we have any questions or any charting questions, anything like that. Let's see, do we have anything? Let's see. You're welcome, Yarek. Happy you liked the scalping video. Yeah, it's a very simple strategy, and what I'm going to do now is I'm most likely going to do some live scalping for you guys. So it's I'm going to try to explain the scalping strategy here, and it's not. All right, so listen, it's not. The strategy in of itself is quite simple, right? But you guys gotta understand that scalping is way different than swing trading and day trading, like we usually do in the birdnest, right? It's like you need to really try out the system and try out scalping to kind of get to know yourself as a trader and get to know yourself as a scalper. Is this strategy good for you? Is this something that you can consider doing? Because really what you need to do when scalping is, especially on this strategy where you're scalping the 1 minute, you can do it on the 5 minute too. I like using the 1 minute and the 5 minute as confluence. So if the 5 minute is giving you a nice buy signal, combined with the 1 minute giving you a nice buy signal, that's going to be maybe when I increase risk a little bit, because those don't really happen often. The trades on the 1 minute is going to be happen a lot more often than the trades on the 5 minute, obviously. So here you have eight shots that I'm trying this system on. So far I've gotten great success on Ethereum and Bitcoin, and I'm trying it out on EOS, XRP, Link, Tron, LTC, and Bcash. So what we're gonna do today is we're most likely gonna take a look at probably is Binance and Ethereum. Honestly, we're gonna take a look at Chainlink and DOT too, but we're most likely just gonna focus on Bitcoin and Ethereum. So let me show you here what I'm looking at. Right, so on the 1 minute, obviously a very, very, very beautiful uptrend here on the 1 minute. So what I'm looking for here is I'm using the 20, the 50, and the 100, right? By the way, guys, I've just released a couple of newsletters back. I think it was the last one, a video exactly on how to do this, just the basic outline on how you're trading this. So if you were looking for more videos like that, sign up to the newsletter. All you need to do is you go to the birdnest.com/newsletter, and you're gonna get videos like the one I'm doing right now directly to your inbox, absolutely for free on a weekly basis. Right, we obviously have an uptrend here on the 1 minute for Bitcoin, and these are the kinds of move that you want to be able to catch, right? So let me show you what I'm looking for, right? What you should do is you should not do exactly like I do. You should take this idea and you should backtest it and figure out what works best for you. And very important to backtest it for, I'd say, a week or two, and then forward test it for a week or two, and then, you know, have a journal. It's very, very important that you journal all your trades. And because you're scalping, you're obviously not going to be able to journal every trade, because you might take like 10 or maybe even 50 or 100 trades every day. So it's going to be very hard to journal every trade. What you should do is you should journal every session, right? So plan a time and a date where you're gonna scalp, and you're gonna scalp for like 2 or 3 hours on 1 minute, and you're gonna note everything that went well, and you're gonna note everything that went bad. Everything that went bad and every mistake you did, you're just gonna promise yourself never to repeat it going into the next session. And everything that went well and that you did good, you're gonna repeat that, right? So you're gonna take that information into the next session, and slowly but surely, for every new day and every week and every month, you're gonna increase your win rate, most likely, and you're gonna try to adapt your average R to your win rate. And yeah, it sounds complicated, but it's really not complicated at all. Right, so what am I looking for? Well, I'm using the 20 EMA, the 50 EMA, and the 100 EMA. The yellow is the 20 EMA, the green is the 50 EMA, and the white is the 100. You want the EMAs to be evenly fanned out. You want nice space between the 3 moving averages, right? And what you're looking for is you're looking for a move up. A strong move up creates this fanned out moving average structure, right? You're then looking for a pullback. You're looking for a pullback into the EMA cluster, if you will. Well, it's not really a cluster, but the EMA fan, whatever. A pullback and a bounce of either the 20 or the 50. Usually, if you're bouncing off the 100, you want to see a reclaim of the 50. If you're bouncing off the 50, you want to see a reclaim of the 20. And the stochastics indicator, you want the stochastics indicator to be at, if you're going long, you want the stochastics indicator to be at oversold when you get the bounce. So the buy signal will be, the best buy signal that I've noticed is when you're getting a bounce, right? You're getting a bounce with a 1 minute bullish engulfing. It really doesn't have to be a perfect bullish engulfing, but I like the most of the bullish candle to engulf the previous candle, just for, you know, a nice bullish move, right? Like here, for example, you're getting a move down, and what you're looking for here, right? So the stochastics is at oversold here. You're getting a bullish candle on the 50 minute, but you can't really reclaim the 20, so you're getting rejected. Now you're down at the 100, and the stochastics indicator goes from oversold, from below oversold to above oversold, while reclaiming the 50 EMA. So what you want to do here is you want to buy here. You want to put your stop either below that one or below this one. And what you're going to do now is you're going to trail your stop up with every swing low, right? So the first swing low is that one, so you're going to trail your stop up here. Now you're already right here at a 2R. So I would take some profits at 2R, move my stop to entry right here, and just let it run. And that entry fits in perfectly with that swing low and this swing low, the bounce of the 100 EMA with the stochastics at oversold. So that right here, when you're getting that move and the bounce of the 20 and the 50, you could add back whatever you sold here, right? And you're just gonna trail the stop up. Like with every swing low, you get the swing lows here, and that's probably when you're gonna get stopped out, right? So right here is probably where you're gonna get stopped out. So that's a nice, it's a nice 5.5 R, right? And now we're getting the, the same buy signal here. We're getting the stochastics at oversold with a bounce right here and a reclaim up to 20 and the 50. So you could be buying, you could have bought here, somewhere in that region with a stop below somewhere in this area, and you take some profits at 2R. Unfortunately, it doesn't come up to 2R, but we're most likely going to come up there. But not really sure if I would trade this right here, because usually something that I've noticed is when you had a huge move like this, you want to get in on, you want to try to get in on, like this is the perfect place, right? Where you're getting them kind of fan out, right? And you're getting that bounce right here. Unfortunately, the stochastics is not giving you buy signals, so I wouldn't be buying here. But really, those are the setups where you're gonna make the money, right? So with this strategy, you might not have the highest win rate, right? But you're gonna have a quite high risk to reward, because you have the opportunity to get in on these moves right here. I mean, watch this, for example. This is not really the perfect example, but sometimes you get the you get the bounce here, right? And stochastics is at oversold, and you can really get in on these moves, right? So you're just gonna trail your stop up, and sometimes you're gonna get those 6R or even 10R trades, which will pay for a lot of recent losers, right? So it's all about letting the winners run, because you can really let them run quite far. Now, I'm not gonna go long here, obviously, but I might go long if we start to, like, because what we're seeing right now is we're seeing this here, right? It's happening right here. So we're most likely gonna continue higher, and what we need to do is we need to figure out, like, where's the range EQ, right? Are we close to the range EQ, so the previous range EQ? We're gonna check that out. Like, that's gonna be our target area. So if we create a new uptrend, I'm gonna put in some alerts here too. So if we create a new uptrend, I want those highs to be broken and these lows to be broken for shorting, right? Or even maybe, yeah, these highs right here. So I'm not gonna be shorting. I'm absolutely not gonna be shorting this. I did some scalping yesterday and the day before and this morning, but that was when BTC was in this range right here, and here I actually shorted and longed whatever the signals gave me. But now Bitcoin is back in what I would say a very bullish market structure, so I'm not going to be shorting, because if you're scalping on the 1 minute against the high time frame trend, the probability of the bounces being big is going to be much smaller, right? So take this for example. The bounces to the upside here is quite big. I mean, you can get in on this huge move right here. That's what I'm looking for, right? I'm looking for to ride the momentum to the upside, but I'm looking to, you want to get in and out of the trend quickly. And instead of, like, if you're taking a day trade or a swing trade, you might want to, like, enter on this breakout and take profits up here. But your stop loss probably needs to be below here or below here, right? And that's going to be one trade. But and obviously you don't have to be at your desk when actually taking this trade, but when you're scalping, you need to be very more active behind your screen. And that's why I always keep saying, like, you should never scalp if you're the more laid back person, if you're not really used to the fast-paced trading, and if your lifestyle and life situation isn't really compatible with sitting at your screen for several hours every day, scalping is most likely not going to be for you, because you're going to miss a lot of opportunities, and you're just not going to be able to babysit the trade if you're actually not at your computer, right? So it's very important to realize that, and it's very important to actually have the time to scalp. Right, so where do we have the range high? So that's gonna be, let's see, let's just say 17.8, right? Right, so that's way closer to price than. That's not really worth. That's not really worth it for me. So we're approaching. We're actually right at resistance right now. So I might not be interested in scalping too much here. But we're getting some moves here, and I guess if we can break this structure right here, we might start looking at some longs here on the lower time frames. But really, I'm not really sure because we're really at resistance. So we're just gonna see what price can give us here. We can't. Let's take a look at something else while we're waiting for the alerts to go off. Right. So let's see if we have anything in the chats. Yarrick says, I'm scalping on a 1 minute with your technique plus checking 15-minute chart with fibs, and that's pretty cool combo. Yeah, so yeah, it's always good to not only look at the 1 minute. Obviously, you want to look at the 5 minute, and this I like, right? So we're actually following and this strategy works beautifully on the 5 minute too, right? So you had this bounce of the 50 EMA here, reclaiming the 20 right here. I mean, the stochastics is not really at oversold here, but it kind of makes sense because it's shifting momentum here. So that candle close right here can buy right there with a close below, and I mean that would have been a great trade, right? Just enter on the candle close right there, stop loss below here, and you can ride it up with every new swing low. Might have gotten stopped out here. Not sure how I would play that, but I would most likely wait for the actual pullback down to the 20 EMA. So I would most likely have my stop below that, right? My next stop loss level would most likely be this area, and currently would be here. So this would have been a great trade, right? Would have been an $8 trade, but obviously I was not at my computer when this happened. But that's why you want to scan lots of different markets at the same time to increase your probability of actually finding a trade. And I like doing this in the forex market because there's so many more. There's so much more possibility in scalping the forex market because I mean, look at this, right? You get this screen right here. Everything's just moving exactly the same, pretty much. Well, not exactly, but you're getting an up move on Bitcoin and Ethereum and EOS, Tron, Litecoin, XRP and Chainlink is gonna follow. I don't know what Bitcoin Cash is doing. I don't even know why I'm watching that chart. It's not doing much, but and this is also something that I started work on. Usually, like if you look at this long enough, you will start to see patterns in how these pairs move in relationship to each other. So you're going to be focusing on Bitcoin, right? And you're then going to be, your second focus is going to be Ethereum. So you're going to ask yourself, all right, so what happens when Bitcoin has a strong move to the upside? Is there any delays in the other markets? And usually what I'm seeing is you're getting some delays in the Bitcoin moves versus the Ethereum moves. So when Bitcoin has a strong move to the upside and Ethereum is giving a buy signal, that's gonna be a very good, just a very good reason to buy. I might have missed a. Yes, we missed the buy signal on Ethereum right here while watching Bitcoin. So you had the bounce of the 100 EMA right here, with the stochastic going from below oversold to above oversold, and you now see Ethereum kind of breaking out here. I'm not going to be buying right here because the stochastics is at overbought, so I'm not really interested in that. We're seeing Bitcoin breaking out here on the 1 minute right here. Not really breaking out, but we're seeing a might see a change in behavior here. So we're going to take a closer look at this. So we're above that trend line. I mean, usually don't really go off trend lines on the 1 minute. The trend line is just here to kind of give me an idea of, you know, are we breaking the trend or not? And right now it kind of seems like we're breaking the trend. We might start another move to the upside. So we're going to be focusing on Bitcoin right here. See if we can enter something. Right, let's see. Do we have any other? By the way, guys, for you guys on Big Market, we're also live on Twitter and YouTube if you would like to watch there. But I'm gonna be prioritizing the Big Market chat and my private students, obviously. So let's see. All right. So I want to talk about something, right? So I got one of my students so he's mostly trading Forex, and he decided to start a live account now and really start trading for real, right? With the things that I taught him, and you know, with his own added personal touch, right? So I got a couple of things that we talked about today, and I kind of want to quickly share that with you guys, because I think it's very important that you guys come into trading with the right expectation, right? Trading is not a way to get rich quick, right? It's a way to potentially make a lot of money. I would say like unlimited amount of money. I mean, the more money you make trading, the more money you can make trading, right? So it's a matter of making a lot of money over a long period of time. It's about personal freedom and financial freedom, but it's going to take you a long time. So if you're new to trading, it's going to take you a very long time, most likely, to become independent and profitable, but it's 100% worth it. And if you really study hard, I believe pretty much anyone can become a trader. It's very important to remember that the technical aspects of looking at chart, the TA is the easy part, right? But there's a big difference between TA and trading, because when you analyze the market and you decide to actually enter something, you decide to actually buy something or enter a position, the chart starts to look differently, and you start to feel differently about your analysis. You will most likely start to question your analysis, and that's why trading is so different from actual only TA, because trading is all about emotions and psychology, and that's the hard part, right? To master your own mind is necessary to really excel in trading. So that's just very important for the new guys out there joining, to realize that it's going to be a long journey. It's going to be a very tough journey, but it's going to be very much worth it. And you're going to be focusing on after TA. And like I tell all my students, like, we're going to be focusing on horizontal support and resistances. We're going to be focusing on like trading levels, level by level. And but the basis of the whole idea is horizontal support and resistances, and then we're going to add other indicators to find confidence with different areas on the chart. Like, where do we have the biggest confidence? That's going to be the important areas, right? And when you're done with that, like, the TA part is easy, right? So when you're done with that, you have a lifelong lesson in not to trade your emotions, basically. So what we talked about is setting up rules. So if you, for example, let's say that you have a lot of money and you decide to go full-time trading, right? So you've been practicing your trading for a couple of months. You have been demo trading for 2 to 3 months, and you have consistently made good gains on the demo account, right? So now you're ready to take your money and actually go full-time trading. I would not recommend that. I would recommend just having a side job and trade, and slowly but surely becoming independent that way. But you need to have rules, right? And the rules that we talked about is I would recommend you put up like, because over trading is a very real risk for new traders. So I would recommend setting up a rule for yourself, like how many trades could you take per day, and how many trades could you take maybe per month or per week, right? And on my swing trading strategy on in the forex market, I have a rule that says I can't take more than 2 trades every day, and I can never risk more than 4% of my trading capital at any given time in the market actively. So I can have 4 positions open at a time with 1% each on 1% on each, or I can have 2 positions with 2% on each. So that's my rule, right? And I also have a rule that if I lose more than 10% of my capital in a month, I just quit trading. Like I'm just not going to trade the rest of that month, because what I do then if I lose 10% of my capital, I take a step back and I analyze everything that I've done. I analyze everything that I've done in the market over that month, and I try to pinpoint what happened and what made me lose that amount, right? If I can't find any particular reason for that big loss or that losing period, it means that it simply means that my strategy and my system has entered a losing streak. Right? This is very important to remember, guys. This is extremely important to remember. Every system has a losing streak. That could be a losing streak of, and it's like you're going to go through a big loss and a big losing streak. It's all statistics. It's just the way your system works. What's important when that happens is to analyze the problem. Are you the problem? Are your system the problem? Or is it just a statistical fact that you're gonna get this losing period, right? Most traders, what they do is they quit trading when that happens, or change system. So they're just gonna be system hopping from one system to the other, and whenever they hit that losing period, they're gonna change the system. Well, I got news for you. There's nothing wrong with your system. The only problem is most likely you. So the only thing you're going to be working on is you and your emotions. The system is most likely not the problem. Because like I said, TA is easy, but trading is extremely hard. So you got to work on that, right? Alright, so I've been talking forever now about nonsense, so maybe we're missing some setups here. Let's see, we've got Ethereum, we've got Bitcoin, we've got everything. What are we seeing right here? Nothing important. I mean, scalping is boring, right? So a lot of people have this wonderful idea of scalping being like, whoa, man, like you're entering trades all the goddamn time, you're making millions of money. But it's not like that, right? It's not like that. You look at the charts, then you look at the charts and you look at the short some more, and then you miss a trade, and you wait for the next one, and you wait for the next one, and you enter a trade, and that's gonna be a loser, and you wait, and then you enter the next one, and that's gonna be a loser, and then all of a sudden you enter one and it's like, whoa, big win. That's scalping, right? So it's not that great. It's just the thing I love about trading is, scalping, is the fact that it can be extremely profitable. It can be extremely profitable while being extremely boring. I would love for scalping to be like enter trades all the time, but it's not really like that, especially not for me and especially not for this system right here. You need to still be very disciplined, right? So just like your trading, like your swing trading, you need to wait for the best setup to show itself. You need price action to tell you. You need price action to kind of come over to you with a bag of money and just hand it and just place it right on your desk. That's the trade you want to take. You're not going to be able, if you have to think, it's probably not a good trade. You need to watch the chart and you need to tell yourself like, well, it's happening. You know, everything's just aligning exactly like I want it, and yeah, you're gonna take every trade like that, and it's just you're just gonna be like a machine with no emotions attached, and you're gonna have very set rules of what to look for, and whenever you see that, you enter, and if you lose, you know that loss is part of the process, and you're not gonna attach any feelings to that loss or get mad or some shit like that, because when you get mad when losing money, you're most likely gonna start revenge trading, which means you're gonna take less than optimum trades, which gonna have a low probability of being a winner, and you're gonna up your leverage. You're gonna risk more, which means you're gonna lose more, and you're just gonna dig a hole that gets deeper and deeper and deeper, and eventually you're just gonna get wrecked. And like I said, that's nothing wrong with your system. That's just you know, fucking around. All right, so we're getting about. I don't like this. I'm not sure. I don't know. Like I said, it's ranging right here. The 1 minute is in a quite tight range here, so I'm not really interested in that. We are back below 5 minute. We're well, we are bouncing nicely off the 20 right here on the 5 minute. What's the 15 minute do right here? Well, the 15 minute is just being very bullish. We have established a level of support right here. That level being the 7.6, 7.7, 7.650, I would say. So that's a nice support. So yeah, if we didn't have the previous range low right above us, I would probably think that going long here is not a terrible idea. The problem, however, is that this is the first rounded retest of the breakout area. It's most likely going to be a bearish reaction in my opinion, because like you gotta remember, I'm still watching for a potential pullback down to the previous range low here on Bitcoin. So not really. By the way, guys, I have to check AUD CAD. Just give me a minute. Right, so looking at the 1 hour right here, we're wrong chart. This is supposed to be this one. I'm just gonna remove this one. And this one. And this one. And this one. By the way, guys, if you're watching now and you want to see more streams like this, I'm actually doing these on an almost daily basis, right? So an almost daily basis. And by the way, any short request is very welcomed. You can either write in the big market chat or tag me in the Nest Club chat, and I will check out whatever shorting request you guys have. I've got so many viewers now, so I'm not going to be able to take short requests for the Twitter views or the YouTube viewers. If you want to watch more streams like this one, like I said, we're doing this on a daily basis privately for the Nest Club members, so check that out. Yeah, so yeah, I do like the fact that we're ranging under resistance. That could definitely be a bullish sign, and it usually gives a nice breakout. But I'm just not that type of trader. I don't like buying right into resistance, even if you get a very like a bullish market structure on the low time frames right on the resistance while it's ranging on the bigger time frames, kind of looking like it wants to break out. I don't really like trading that. I would like to wait for the breakout and long the retest. It's just so much. It like I gather statistics on everything I do, right? So I know that what I'm doing is, for me personally, what have shown to have the highest probability, which is wait for the breakout and go long on a pullback, a retrace down to breakout area, something like that. Or if we, you know, so that's what I'm looking at, right? Retrace down to the previous range. So, but I feel like I've been talking about Bitcoin for an hour now, so I should probably talk about something else. I'm getting some short requests on .USDT, so let's take a look at .USDT. Let's also take a look at the 1 minute, just quickly. Yeah, so not sure if there's going to be any scalping today. Honestly, it's just not really giving me the scalping vibes right here. You know, it's yeah, not sure what I'm going to do here. But we're going to be observing the market, and we're going to see if we can find any. Tron is giving me some beautiful beautiful short setups going on here. So right now it kind of feels like the we have XRP, we got Chainlink. All right, so we got Chainlink showing a potential long opportunity. We got, however, and this is also something that I like to do, is if most of these charts are showing me short setup, it usually means that the other ones that are not showing me short setups are going to eventually go down. But then again, everything's basically following Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is you know, breaking the EMAs to the downside here, and you can clearly see how the rest of the market is quickly following to the downside, and Bcash, like always, it's going down, and XRP is following, right? And that buy signal on Chainlink is not looking that beautiful anymore. I'm thinking Tron, I'm thinking Litecoin, I'm thinking Tron definitely. Are we seeing anything on Ethereum? Ethereum haven't really found out with the EMA right now, so Tron, Stochastics at oversold, so we need to get a pullback. We need to have the momentum shift on the stochastics. We need to see some form of a pullback here. I'm not going to be shorting the oversold stochastics. Bitcoin is still in this sort of range, but we're going to put an alert right there and a new alert right here, and that's going to be our trigger to watch the chart. .USDT here looking good. I like this. All right, so let's see what we get here. Let's just remove everything. When looking at a chart that I haven't watched in a while, I like to just remove everything and start fresh, right? So we put on the moving averages here. We're between the 20 and the... All right, could you answer my question from before? Yes, I will take a look at .USDT here quickly and then check out the question. By the way, guys, if you want some free educational stuff, go to the... I'm going to show you something, right? So I'm not sure if all of you are familiar with this, but if you go to thebirdnest.com/infographics, you can find this page, right? And you check this out. We have a bunch of very good infographics here for you. So go to that page and check it out, because this will help you. I absolutely guarantee this will help you. It's completely free. Just go to thebirdnest.com/infographic. Check it out for yourself. If you like what you're seeing, you know where to find the daily streams. All right, .USDT. So we're right between the 50 EMA and the 20 EMA and the daily. We got a nice level. I mean, I like that bounce right here, and it's most likely a bounce of the long RLC right here too. So check that out. Well, not really. Well, we are inside the long RLC right now, and it's acting like a pretty good level. And if you're wondering, like, why did he choose this level, not this level? Well, it's because, in my opinion, this is the impulsive move that took us to the high. This was the bounce of the close enough to the 20 and the 50 EMA bull cross. I think, you know, this is where the momentum started. I want to get the fib retracement levels of the low to the high of that strong breakout move, which in my opinion is this low to this high. And you know, TA is subjective. It's not really like like a lot of people might disagree with me here, but I mean, there's some people, like, I'm posting some stuff on Twitter sometimes, and I see people comment with like, well, that's the wrong level. The trend line is wrong. The fib is not correctly drawn. I'm like, shut up, man. It's trading is all about like technical analysis. It's all about expressing your creativity on this chart. It's absolutely 100% subjective, and whatever works for you might not work for another person. If you're drawing like the most crazy goddamn lines on the chart, but if you're making money doing that, I don't give a shit what rules you're following or not. If you're making money, you're doing something right. The question is, can you make money profitably, consistently over a long period of time? That's, you know, that's the goal of trading, right? So I got this level right here. I love it. Beautiful level, complement with the RC of the latest up move. I need to see a reclaim of the 618. So I need to see a reclaim of. Basically, what I'm looking for is a reclaim of, I think, this level. This is my daily. So let's check the 4-hour. So basically, the shots that I'm most likely watching on the in altcoins is the weekly, the daily, and the 4-hour. And sometimes I'm watching the 1-hour, and sometimes maybe I'm watching the 50-minute if I'm actually at my desk when we get that retrace, right? So yeah, let's see. So on dot here, I would like to see a move. Get a beautiful potential W structure right here. I would like to see a break above and a retest of this area right here. So a break above and a retest of either the 20 EMA in the 4-hour or the 50 EMA. That's from watching on dot. Right. So we got a question from Jarek here. During last swing up, we retraced to 382 fib on 50-minute chart, but didn't break previous high, and now retracing slowly again. If we would retrace again to 50% fib, is there still a chance that we would go higher, or if we tested lower fib? Right, so honestly, it's just very hard for me to answer the question. What I would love for you to do is post a screenshot of your trading view chart, put up everything that you talked about, and it's gonna be way easier for me. Just give me the shot, and I'll analyze it for you, right? It's just gonna be very hard for me to kind of like I'm seeing words, right, and I can't really put it on the chart. I'm more of a visual guy, right? So I like to see the levels, see the idea on the chart. Very hard for me to get the whole your TA idea only from text. All right. What else? Let's go back to the scalp here. I feel like I'm extra picky with the trades today. Usually, but that's a good thing, right? It's you need to be picky because you need to wait for the signals to line up, right? And that might mean you're not going to take a trade for the whole day. But it's when you start to question your strategy. It's when you start to kind of look at the chart and like, maybe I should go short here anyway, without waiting for the as you can see, we're now getting that move up. So let's see what can happen here. So the only problem I have with shorting any one of these is the fact that Bitcoin is man, I don't know if I'm actually interested in shorting anything here. However, oh man, I don't know, like everything's just extremely bullish here. But we obviously have a interesting area here for EOS. But if you zoom out, you can quickly see how it's not that good looking if you zoom out. So and the EMAs aren't really that nicely found out, so not really seeing anything right here. What else do we have? Well, XRP might give us something here. Let's see if I can open up the trade. Right. So if you want to scalp Bitcoin, trade Bitcoin, definitely check out theburbness.com/primexbt. And you can also trade the legacy markets, and it's very cool to trade the Forex market using your Bitcoin as collateral. So you can deposit Bitcoin into your Prime XBT account and trade the legacy markets with those Bitcoin. And it's absolutely fantastic to do that when Bitcoin is bullish, right? Because the value of your Bitcoin deposit will go up, and your winning trades on the Forex market will, obviously increase that Bitcoin stack. And the Forex market is not correlated to Bitcoin at all. Like altcoins are correlated to Bitcoin. Like when trading altcoins, you need to be very mindful of what's going on with Bitcoin. Are we seeing a short here on XRP? Are we shorting a Tron, TRX? What's going on here? Too much going on. I don't know what the fuck to do. XRP, Chainlink, Ethereum, Bitcoin. Come on, Bitcoin. Yeah, I guess XRP, but man. No. I gotta stay disciplined here. Can't go making stupid impulsive decisions. That's how you lose money. However, XRP might be starting something. So at the beginning of the trend, this is usually how the beginning of the trend looks, but I would like to first see this level get lost. And usually because, usually when you're ranging like this and you're going to start a new trend, you don't have to get in on the first move. You can wait for the trend to establish and then go in on the second pullback or the third pullback, like here, right? So we're kind of ranging right here, and we're getting that move up, and yeah, this is most likely where you should have bought, or here. Maybe here, but stochastics isn't really lining up with that one. So let's see what we get here. Yeah, good thing I didn't short here. Doesn't really look that good right now. Gonna put in an alert right here. Right, what else? What else are we watching? Right, XRP. Am I in something? No, I'm not in any positions right now. I've exited everything. I've looking to increase my BTC exposure exchange with the 4-hour candle close above. So that's one of my rules too. Like when swing trading, especially Bitcoin, I'm using the 4-hour as my first confirmation, and I'm then using my daily as my final confirmation. So on the medium time frame, I'm watching a 4-hour open or close above or below a level as confirmation of that level being broken, not to buy or sell a fake out, right? And then I want to see a daily open and close to really confirm that bias once again on the higher time frames. And what I like about that is we're gonna get that hopefully get that daily open and close on Monday. So, and that lines up perfectly with the fact that I don't trade on weekends most of the time. So I can increase my BTC exposure a little bit with this 4-hour open and close above, and then on Monday, if we get a daily open and close, maybe even above this range right here, I might start to look at the price action in the London Open. Let's see, like, how does the the London Open react to the bullish market structure on Bitcoin, and I kind of take it from there, right? Right, so let's see XRP. I need to check this out. Yeah, nothing here. XRP is interesting right here, and we have the long RLC conflict with the breakout level, so I definitely like that. Let's see, where do we have that one? Right here. Yeah, so when I'm watching on XRP, this is a decent trade, and I'm interested in. Could buy that retrace down to this level, and because of the fact that the stop loss isn't really that tight, but it's it's good, right? But not liking the fact that, well, that's going to be your most likely, this is going to be your first trouble area. I don't like these wicks, however, but I would be watching or even all the way up here. Yeah, I like that. So what I would do here is I would wait for a move back down to this area. So I would look for a bounce somewhere this area. I would enter on, let's see if you get a bullish engulfing on the 1 hour or even the 4 hour, but the gap here is only 10%, so you're probably better off waiting for that bullish engulfing on the 1 hour. When you get that, you can buy the candle close of that 1 hour bullish engulfing with a stop loss below, and the first take profit should be this area. Actually, it's only 1.3 R, but it's important to take some off at the first trouble area and move your stop either into profit or depending on if you're a swing trader or if you're a day trader. But I would really like, especially with Bitcoin, kind of not really sure what's going on here, so I would rather secure the position early and getting later. But as a swing trader, I guess you could just, but I don't know, man. Like I like this. It's that last swing low in the 4 hour too. So we have two invalidation levels here that I'm watching. First this one, and secondly this one. So that's going to be the important levels to watch for a invalidation level of stop loss. If you're choosing this one and see your invalidation level, obviously the risk to reward is going to be way too low. It's going to probably be at like 1-1 if you select that as your first trouble area. So I'm not really sure, but what I would look for is a move down into the breakout area around 0.57 and take some profits at 0.65 and secure a position by placing the stop loss below the last swing low of that breakout, like here, and then just write it up, right? Right, so that's what I'm watching on XRP. Alright, so we got a shorting request from the Nest Club. We got AAVE versus USDT and Uni USDT. Let's see if we have anything else. Post a picture, Nest Club general. Right, so I'm just gonna take a quick 5-minute break, guys. So just a quick 5-minute break, and I'll be back shortly. All right.
Prime XBT is
All right. Well, I said a lot of curse words and a lot of stupid shit when I saw this, and the fact that I also said that when scalping, it might be a good idea to have a bucket next to your desk. All right. So we have a new trend forming right here. So god damn it. But it doesn't really matter though. But you know this. Sometimes you can combine the fact that you had these stochastics at oversold right here and some nice structure right here, and you know getting this move right here and that dump right here. Sometimes I might take the trade, especially when you're probably like. But I want to get in on this. I want to get in on this, but I'm not going to be buying right here. I'm going to be patient. That means I might miss out on this. However, I'm gonna get ready. Let's see, do we have any other long setups forming here? Nothing here, nothing here, nothing here, nothing here. Bitcoin, gonna open up. Right. So I tend to forget my mic quite a lot. Because I mute it when I walk away from the desk, because it sounds awful when I'm actually, you know, walking into stuff. Well, not walking into stuff, but I'm, you know, I don't know what I'm saying. I should probably log in on the trading platform before placing a trade. I'm not really that organized today. I feel like I don't know what's going on here. Right. Get me that pullback and I will do whatever you want to me, Bitcoin. I feel like this could be a good trade. Not like that matters at all, but I feel like we might have something going on here. Maybe not here, but I'm gonna wait for the pullback. Why? Because I gotta wait for the pullback. I want to get in on this move, right here. I want to get in on that move. I want that pullback. Now the question is, I'm not looking absolutely goddamn beautiful. Now, all right. So what's going on here? Well, one way to trade this would be, you know, break and retest at this level right here. Could also be an option. So I might, you know, just paper trade that, just put a setup on the chart just to kind of see how that goes. But I'm not going to be trading it live. Let's see what chart do we have up here. Feels like this could be a long night. But the longer we stay below this level, the higher the chances are that the stochastics will go down and the moving averages come up closer. But you know, it's most likely will not happen. So let's see. All right. So just because I want to give you guys something, I might take a trade here, and it's gonna be very bad trading practice because I'm basically going against my own system. But however, I kind of like this right here. Kind of like that. Right, so what are we looking for? We're looking for this 1 minute candle close above. Closes in 6 seconds. 6 seconds, and we are off. We're off. 10x, 10x, yes, right. No, yes, no, maybe. Will we? Are we? Could you guys write something like, should I go long here, or should I wait? Let's go long. I'm long. Good. Let's go. No, that's a limit order. God damn it. Well, it is. Sure. Good. Right. I'm long. Ah, god damn it. Let's see where this takes us. I'm down 0.03%. And now I'm down a little bit more. Did I sell the top? Did I buy the top? Maybe. Maybe. But I'm not gonna be selling. I'm gonna fucking hodl this. I'm gonna be hodling my 1 minute scalp long. Well, at least until we kind of break the 20 EMA right here. Let's see, 17,763. Where do we like? All right, so let's just put in a hard stop here, like a panic sell stop, in case we just dump right down, right? And I don't have time to get out of the trade. I'm just gonna I'm just gonna put it at below the 100 and just move it up, right? So 17,723. This is a low small position. So it's a very bad R, obviously, but might increase that position if I see the type of market structure I want to see and the type of bounce I want to see on the moving average right here. So let's yeah, let's put it at 19, right? So again, this is not how you should be trading this system, but I mean, it looks all right. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna increase the position when we get the buy signal. Right, so let's put in an alert right here. Let's put an alert right here. Or you know what, let's put an alert right here. All right, looking good. What else are we looking at tonight? Stop loss is right. So this is a low, a small position. My stop loss is right below. Like this is. Do not take this trade. Do not take this trade. Wait for the. I'm not gonna take. I'm not gonna. Well, this one is at 10. Is it 10? Is it 10? How much? Yes, it's 10x leverage on this one. But like the leverage don't really matter. All that matters is your risk per trade. So how much are you risking? Like you can do 2x, or but obviously if you do 2x, your position needs to be much higher. That's why you can enter with a smaller position and high leverage to you know, use less capital. So now we're waiting. We're hitting that god damn it, we're hitting that level right now. Fantastic. So at 17,900. 17,900 is where I need to take some profits. Right, so we're getting that pullback now. Looking good. I like that. Right, let's just wait. Stochastics is a bit high already. Uni USDT. So we can check out Uni USDT for a member. Uni USDT. All right. Looking good. Now this is the kind of structure you want to see, right? And that's why I felt like I wanted to enter, because this level got front ran and you get that wick down. And the trend is bullish, so we're gonna hold on to this. Times like these when you wish you had way higher leverage, but that's just the way it is. You can't go big on a trade that's not lining up with your perfect signals, right? So what we're gonna do right now is gonna move our stop loss to 17,779. Right, so we got 17,700. What? 17,779. Right, so I'm now got a minimal loss on this position. So if I get stopped out here, I'm just at a minimal loss. So right now I'm up 1% on the position, about 1%, with a low stop loss. Now the stop loss is not at a good level at all, honestly, but there is always the possibility here that we will get a strong move up and EMAs come up here, right? And then we get a pullback and we're gonna bounce around my entry, right? And I probably want to take some profits around this area, right? So when we hit the 7,900 right there, I'm gonna take some profits. Actually, I might put in some, might take some profits up there actually. Yeah, let's put in an alert right there, and let's also put in an alert right here. Right, Uni USDT. Yeah, I'm not liking this at all. There's I mean, sure, you have this level right here. Let's just remove this. It's not really valid anymore. Well, I mean, you get that 4-hour close above, but it's still right at resistance right here. So not really sure what I want to do here. Bouncing nicely off to 20, but like the stochastics is way too high here. We're most likely gonna get that move to the downside. So the real trade comes when we have that pullback down into the EMAs and a nice oversold stochastics. what I'd like to see now is I'd like to see a move like this. That would be perfect for our next trade. But we are, developing. We are developing quite nicely here. I like this. Right. Yeah, so this is like the problem with like the biggest problem I'm having with scalping is the addictive nature, right? And the fact that it's instant gratification, right? It's you can easily make a lot of money in a very short amount of time, but you can also lose a lot of money in a very short amount of time. So, and I'm quite addictive. I got that addictive personality. I get very easily hooked on stuff like this. So that's something that I'm really really struggling with, right? So for example, today I woke up and like the first thing I did was just pull up my phone, and I had TradingView up, and I had a 1 minute shot on Bitcoin. I'm like, wow, I want to buy that, right? So I started scalping like literally the first thing I did when I woke up. And usually when I do that, it's just not really a good start to the morning at all. You need to really have your trading sessions planned out and decide when you're actually going to trade and focus 100% on trading on that period. Like when you start to go out of your normal routines and stuff like that, it's not really, it easily becomes quite destructive. Not only because you're going to stare at your phone like all the time when not at your desk, but you're most likely going to make very bad calls, right? So you're most likely gonna make some bad calls if you're trading like that. So let me see here. Right, so it's looking better. I think I might like 17. I'm gonna move my stop down to 17,762. 17,762 is where I want my new stop. Because I'm still looking for that move down, so I want it to be at least under the 50 EMA. But now we have a very nice structure here. We got the EMAs nicely fanned out. We're lining up for a very good long, hopefully in not too far. Position is still hovering around 1% profit. Let's take a look at this. Right, so this is a trade, a chart from Yarek. Let me see what he wrote in the big market. Yeah, and it's really a problem because and I mean this, I'm not only, what happened with the camera. Weird. Right, so I'm not only doing this as my work and hobby. Like trading is most likely, like not most likely, but trading is my life, right? I'm doing this 24/7, and Like I'm totally obsessed with trading. This is like probably the only thing that I've been spending probably 24 hours a day doing for the last 4 years, I think. So it's obviously like my partner is not really that happy when I'm you know, at the beginning I was on my phone all the goddamn time, but now I got my own office and I got my times when I'm actually working, and I try not to stare at the phone at all when I'm not at my desk. You know, obviously I get notification for you guys to get to answer questions and stuff like that. But I'm trying to take it easy with the trading when I'm actually not at my desk, and that's very important because you gotta learn to find a balance between trading and real life. It's very important because the like I said, like the hard part about trading is trading psychology and your mental game, right? So if you know, it's all connected. Your mentality and your mind and body is all connected, right? So I try to work out as much as possible. I try to go out on runs as often as I can, and I try to focus on like eating good, being healthy, staying happy. That will make me a better trader because I know my system in and out. I know my TA in and out. What I need to focus on now is my trading psychology and my emotional well-being, and that's what will keep me on track, right? That's very important. And small stuff like what we're talking about, you know, the I mean it's obviously a problem that I know a lot of you, and I know, you know, I had private students who has, you know, a huge problem with not being able to stop staring at their phone. So we're trying to work on ways to limit that by using, you know, rules to only look at the higher time frames and only use the higher time frame candles as confirmation. I would never recommend anybody like that to begin scalp trading because it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be really hard to keep your discipline and not stare at the chart all the time. Like I've been streaming for almost 2 hours, and I've just been staring at the 1 minute chart most of the time, and it's like time is just disappears, right? So gotta find that balance. All right, so we got a, and when you make those big trades in like 30 minutes, when you get those $10 trades in 30 minutes, and you make a shit ton of money, that's like fuck. That's a good feeling. Like the other day, I doubled my account, right? So I doubled my account on because I was scalping the dump on Bitcoin. I recorded the video for my students, and I was scalping live and recording the video, kind of showing how I was doing it. And we had that dump from range EQ all the way down to 16k, and I scalped short that move and just let it run. And I'm like, I think I went on like 75x or something like that with my whole position. And in I think in 5 minutes I doubled my whole trading account. And yeah, that doesn't really happen often. That's the first time this year that happened. And yeah, that's a quite good feeling. And I decided after that all right, so I'm just not gonna take any more trades. But I did, and the trades that I did take was only losers because I was most likely getting overconfident. Right, so this trade is looking good. It looked good, but it's looking good. So am I like it's a too small position right now, so I might just as well hold it right here. I'm gonna increase leverage when I'm gonna increase leverage when we get the move, when we get the buy signals that I'm waiting for. Alright, so it's getting pretty late, so I'm not gonna be able to stream for way too long. But I can't leave you guys with this trade and not seeing how it develops. I mean, could potentially have a beautiful entry coming up here. I mean, the moves that I'm looking for. I mean, imagine if we could enter right prior to. By the way, I'm watching this chart. Sorry guys, I'm supposed to be analyzing that chart. All right, so the question is, during the last swing up, we retraced to 382. Where is the 382? Right. And all right, 15 minutes. But didn't break previous highs and now retracing slowly again. You know, is there still a chance that we would go higher, or if we tested lower fib than before, it's more probable that we had lower? I think you're using the fib tool in the wrong way. All right, so the way you're supposed to use the fib tool is it's just going to be, and you have drawn it the wrong way, right? You're not supposed to go from the high here to the low here. You're supposed to go from the lower here to the high here, and it looks like, wait a minute. No, sorry, it's right. You've done it the right way. Damn it. These levels are just the horizontal levels, right? So I'm like, if we, not really sure how to answer that question, but the level that would be looking at for a nice retrace here on the bounce is this breakout area right here, and this breakout area here. I'm not really sure how to answer that question. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. Like, it's probably me being stupid and tired because I haven't slept more than like 4 hours in, I don't know, like forever. Right. I'm feeling we might get that move down shortly. Yeah, that's crazy. When you make like $2,000 on a quite small move on the 1 minute, that's it really feels good. It really feels good. But that feeling is it's quite dangerous because you're gonna get greedy and you're gonna get overconfident, and you might take less than optimum trades, and you're not gonna be super focused because you need to lose, right? You need to lose money to remind yourself that it's possible, right? All right, so now we're losing the 21 EMA on a 1 minute. So now we're starting to look, we're starting to see that pullback. Well, we haven't really lost it yet. Looked like it, but just a wick. Anyway, when you win big, stop trading. When you lose big, stop trading. Whenever something out of the ordinary happens, just take a step back and just take a step back and realize that whenever something out of the ordinary and special happens, your emotions will most likely activate and tell you stuff like go big or go super big and high leverage because you can't lose. Then you lose big, and the profits is just gonna be gone. All right. So let's see if we can get that entry trigger. Chainlink looks good. Look at this, right? So we're gonna monitor Bitcoin right here. I'm in a Bitcoin position. I'm not in Chainlink, but it kind of looks like Chainlink is starting something interesting here. So we might want to enter, somewhere here with a stop loss somewhere down here. Let's monitor this, see what happens. So what I would like to see on Chainlink here is like a 1 minute open and close above the 20 EMA in 1 minute. Right, so I would love to see a bounce of the 50 or a bounce of the 100 and a reclaim of the 50 with stochastics going from below oversold to above oversold, getting a nice candle on the 1 minute right here. If we can close above 7,851.72, I think we're most likely going to take out the profit target area up here. Let's see. Right, so one of my students wants me to take a look at Wi-Fi. I think it's Wi-Fi, right? Wi-Fi USDT, and I will gladly do that. Yeah, that's beautiful. Yes, right, so let's see. Wi-Fi USDT. Yeah, I do really like this right here. Coming back down, so we can probably remove this right now. Let's look at the 1 minute, 1 hour. So we're clearly in a local bearish market structure here. So we need to see some. Yeah, you see here, so that's why you want to, really reclaim the 20 EMA right here. Let's do a quick market scan before we end the webinar. So it's that the 4 hour open and close. Yep. Will I increase my Bitcoin holdings in? Yeah, most likely. Most likely. But I'm gonna be careful, because you gotta watch for bearish market structure. Yeah, potential bearish retest to this level, potential bearish retest of this level, and but I like this. Level right here. I don't think I'm done with Wi-Fi here. So we get a bearish market structure right here. The retest to this level is beautiful, right? So it's just beautiful. Beautiful. Blind orders down here would have been great with a stop loss below that last swing low, right? The last major swing low right here. That would be beautiful. So enter here, swing low here, first take profit here, move stops to entry when you take profit here. But I'm gonna be waiting for a reclaim of this level above here. So I'm gonna put an alert right here, and I'm gonna look for the reclaim of that level before we enter a new trade. Let's see if we can get in on some trade on an altcoin. So let's do an altcoin scan. Bitcoin. We're most likely getting that move down now. All right, so stochastics is at oversold here, so we get the first bounce right here. Now we need to see a powerful, like a 1 minute bullish engulfing or something like that, and we're going in. Right. Right, so we're hitting that. We're hitting the. Let's see, 17s. We're hitting the 100 right now with the stochastics at oversold, and it's also complemented with this green box right here. So that looks good. I would like to get a bounce here. Strong bullish candle on the 1 minute. Not looking beautiful right here. So what I'd like to see here is stochastics to go from below oversold to above oversold with some nice bullish market structure, like a reclaim into 50 or the 100. Just a strong bullish candle like we saw here. Something like this, right? We might not get that. We might just dump straight through. Right. Yeah, it kind of needs to happen now. Because I want to lose the 100. That would pretty much not be very good. We're really fighting that support area right now. Litecoin is giving us a decent buy signal here too. I like that. Do you see the upper left screen? My cursor is moving to the left, but my cursor isn't moving on any other ones. That's weird. Huh. Right, so a possible buy signal on Litecoin too, but it's not really happening. It's also a quite nice retest of the 20 EMA and the 5 minute, but the 5 minute candle just closed and it does not look that bullish, honestly. Let's just wait and see here. Right, something's happening. It's obviously reacting to this level as support, but we really need to get that strong candle to the upside quite like right now, because we need to reclaim the 15 and 200 before the 15 and 20 before the 20 actually crosses below the 50. God damn it, you. Come on. So close. All I need is that bullish candle. All I want is a bullish candle. Well, that's enough. That's enough for me. I like that. I'm just waiting for this candle close to close above. And if that's the case, I'll increase my leverage and position, because this is what we're looking for, right? Come on, Bitcoin. Let's do a 100x all-time high. That would be nice. Stochastics is at oversold, going from oversold to above oversold shortly. Momentum is shifting on the stochastics. We are bouncing off support, complement with 5-minute 20 EMA and the 101-minute EMA. I like this. We are hopefully closing this candle as a bullish one. I like that. All right. Let's see. I'm just gonna go on and increase my leverage and position here. Might not work out. Might work out. I don't know. But I'm doing it because this is the setup, right? This is the whole idea with this scalping system. So, you know, might get stopped out, might win. Like, I don't really care. All I care about is, did I follow the rules of the system or not? And right now I'm following the rules of the system. Yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and stare at this goddamn short. I'm just gonna watch something else. This is making me nervous. Alright, market scanner. We're gonna take a look at the Birdnest market scanner. See if we can find anything interesting here. Let's see. Right, nothing. ORN. Right, so I posted 2 trade setups today. I want to kind of go through them and tell you a little bit about why I wanted to take the trades. So we got SysBTC showing bullish signals on the market scanner, and had this breakout. So I'm watching on the daily, right? I'm watching this level. We broke above that level, broke above in the 4-hour with a 4-hour close above. Now this is a 4-hour fake out, so that's why you want to, you know, wait for confirmation. Then if you look at the 15-minute, you had this nice bullish structure right here. We looked at the long RC of this latest up move, had a buy zone right here. I think I entered on this right here. Took some profits here, the first take profit, and then quickly moved my stop right on the entry. Got stopped out, small profit on this trade, but still a small winner. And but this one is obviously invalidated. Then we got ORNBTC. This is looking better, however. So we had a buy zone right here. We came down, we touched the 618 just beautifully right here. I told you before that I'm not in any position, but I am. I'm actually in a small position in this weird thing right here. I have no idea what it is, but I saw some bullish market structure on the market scanner. Could you please do something? Yes, we're doing something. Now we just need to reclaim that goddamn level. I don't like that wick. I don't like that wick. That's a bearish reaction. I don't like that wick. But I do, however, like this candle. Did we enter? Did we enter on the start of this up move? Did we? Hopefully we did. So let me take a look at the history of these up moves, right? Like we might have actually maybe entered here, right? So that's my plan. Entered beginning of the next move to the upside. So you have one move here, one move here, one move here, and now hopefully another one of those right here. That's what we're trying to catch, right? And it kind of looks like we did. Right now it looks very promising. Right now it looks very promising. Yeah, good, like that. So right now I'm gone from 10x leverage to 75x leverage, and a much bigger position than I had before. And because of the fact that the position is so much bigger, like the last one I entered, I think here, I think. Now my average entry is around this area. And I'm going to, I got my stop right here below that one. Got some alerts here. We'll most likely take some profits up here and move my stop to entry if I don't get stopped out, of course. So like my scalp portfolio is or my scalp account is like 10% of my trading capital, and I risk a small amount of those 10%. So I risk a small portion of my trading capital on each scalping trade, and whenever I increase those 10% significantly, I withdraw the profits, right? So I always try to keep my scalping account to 10% of my trading capital. Let's see if we have any questions on the other chats. Nothing on Twitter. Right. Got some questions here from Olivier Mouse. I sold everything at 16.5k. Should I buy back? Do you expect a pullback? Hello, do you mind answering? Yes, I'm gonna answer you. You sold at 16.5k. You sold, all right, you sold down here. I would say I would buy back on a retest of this level, a confirmed retest like that, or a move like this. So a reclaim of this level around the retest and around the bottom, or a retest, like a break and retest and around the bottom that level, or a break and retest and around the bottom that level. That's when I would be buying back in your case, because this might be a daily fake out, or we might wake up tomorrow and the daily candle might just close below this, and we're just gonna be another bull trap, right? But the Bitcoin is very bullish, right, on the higher time frame. So I think but like, it doesn't matter what I think. I'm gonna be trading what I see, like the type of market structure that I actually see on the chart. But like my gut feeling says we're gonna go lower, because looking at the weekly, it kind of feels good to get a move lower. I would like to see a move lower, but I'd like that to be like a weekly rounded retest of any of the levels, really. All right. All right, so I really like this. I like that the fact that we have now established some kind of rounded bottom here, and on the 5 minute, that's, yeah, look at that, beautiful, beautiful. And I do really like this strategy on the 5 minute too. It's trading this same strategy on the 5 minute is going to be less stressful, and it's going to allow you to take more time and kind of give you more time to analyze the shot. And this is a good example of where the the 5 minute lines up with the 1 minute. So you get the 5 minute bounce of the 20 EMA in a 5 minute lines up with the 100 EMA in a 1 minute, and we got support right here. So I think this really it's I like this. It's a good entry, very good entry. Right, looking good. I'm not sure if some whales didn't make this BTC price action to get some liquidity. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe. Can't really answer that. And honestly, like, I don't really care. I'm just gonna trade whatever the chart tells me. And watching like on-chain analysis, like whales activity and stuff like that, is very useful and interesting on the medium to high time frame trading Bitcoin. But on like scalping, it does not matter at all. Also get some questions in Nest Club here. All right, so I like the conversation going on in Nest Club right now. We're talking about like what position size you should be using. Like how much trading capital you actually use when trading. I'm obviously not gonna tell you guys how much money I'm trading with. I feel like that's just way too personal and maybe not necessary. Like my advice is if you let's say you're trading $1,000, $2,000, something like that, and you should view that as you're trading like $1 million. Like it doesn't really matter what amount of money you have in your trading portfolio. You should view that amount as a huge amount of money, because if you're ever going to be profitable trading, you should always at what level do you plan to raise your stop? I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know. Well, like you should always view your trading capital as in percentages, right? Because with like you want to make money trading, right? You want to make money trading, and you will mostly like you're not gonna double your account. Like no goddamn way you're not gonna double your account. I was lucky. I was lucky yesterday. That happens like once a month. I mean once a year, for me at least. You in trading you're gonna be very happy with 10% profits a month, right? So calculate that. How big trading capital do you need? Like you probably need like to make any significant amount of money, you probably need $100,000, right? But it's or like 10k. 10k is probably good. I'm trying to calculate that what that is in my local currency, but like with 10k, 10% profits a month, you're gonna make $1,000 a month, and as a side hustle, as an income while you're learning to trade, that's great, right? So I think when you start to approach the 10k levels, that's when you will start to feel like you're actually making real money. And then when you slowly but surely grow that account with, you know, dollar cost averaging with your salary and all that kind of stuff, like when you slowly but surely increase that amount to maybe 100k, that's when you probably gonna start to, if you have a profitable trading system, you can go full time, right? So I would recommend, like, before you start about thinking going full time, I would recommend you have at least a year worth of living expenses and then a trading capital. So we're talking quite a lot of money, right? So calculate whatever you need to survive a year and just put that aside, and then calculate how much money you need to make every month, and calculate what would be a reasonable percentage gain every month and every year, and then calculate how big trading capital do you need to actually make money trading. And yeah, and it's not like you're gonna get rich overnight. Like what we're trying to do here in the Burp Nest is give you the tools to become profitable over the, you know, in the long run. And when I'm done with my private students, they're not gonna have the need to be my private students anymore, right? They're not gonna have the need to be a member of the Burp Nest. Hopefully, they're gonna make so much money that the subscription to the Nest Club is not really gonna matter. So when we got some people that are in the Nest Club just for the community, right? Just for the community, because I really do believe that we have built a wonderful community in the Nest Club, and it's really important that you, when trading, you trade together with other traders, and you can kind of share ideas and grow together, right? It's you're gonna become like when I joined the Burp Nest, right, as a test contributor, like a little bit over a year ago, I was profitable, consistently profitable, but not nearly as much as I am now, and I owe that to the community members, right? 100%, the community members in the Burp Nest has made me 10x the trader I was before I joined, right? So now I got a role as a, like, I went from trading as a hobby, joined the group, and now I'm actually making a significant amount of money. So if I want to, I can just go full time. But like I'm feeling like it's that's a big step for me to actually go full time, because I can if I want to. I got the money and I have my trading capital to actually be able to go full time. But I think I'm not sure if I would manage the stress to go 100% full time. Yeah, whatever. But I'm most likely next year. I'm most likely going full time, because now with the Corona times and all that shit, like I've realized how much I value the opportunity to sit here at home and make shit ton of money from my basement, right? I guess you all, yeah, and that's also one of the parts, like one of the reasons why I'm not really sure if I want to, quit my job and go full time. I'm basically working 25% and trading 75%, so I'm basically almost full time. But I really love my work, and I really like my coworkers, and for me it's more of a social thing, really, because I've been working there for 5 or 6 years, and it's just great. And I work in healthcare, right? And I work with in the psychiatry. I work with people that has like mental issues. I don't know what the word is. Like a psychiatrist, whatever hospital. And I try, like I help people, and that's a wonderful feeling when you actually sit down, you talk to people, and you actually help them, and you make them feel better. And yeah, it's just a wonderful feeling, and it really adds a lot to, because like now this is my job, right? I'm sitting here at my desk, I'm watching a goddamn 1 minute shot of Bitcoin, just staring at the screen for hours and hours every day. It's sometimes you kind of need something else, right? What's happening now? When you get this type of move, I want to add the RLC and kind of, look to see if we get a bounce inside the RLC. If we don't get a bounce inside the RLC, you get to do 100 complement with the RLC. If we don't get a bounce inside the RLC, I'm out, most likely. We got some alerts on XRP. Whoa. Whoa. Imagine, whoa. God damn it. Well, yeah, let's see. I'm gonna give it one more chance here. I'm not really liking this. 1 more minute. Yeah, I'm gonna exit here. But I'm out here. We might get a bounce, I might enter again, but I've exited at break even, so I feel like seeing this price action, I'd like to exit at break even, and I would have gotten stopped out right now. So that's best decision. It's dumping. So we had something very good going here, right? Look at that. We had something very good going here, and unfortunately, did not work well. But I lost a tiny amount here. I would, like, when you lose a very small amount, I would and it's close to break even, I would just view that as a break even trade. And it's important to kind of understand what's going on here, right? When you get that powerful move, you get that wick right here, just exit, right? As soon as you get that, you lose that 100, just exit because you're most likely getting moved lower. Are we gonna short this? No, most likely not. Look at Litecoin on the 5-minute. Wow. I look at it's actually looking Litecoin is looking beautiful here on the 5-minute. Would love to get in on that one. It's just the problem with the 5-minute is it just takes forever to come up to a decent risk to reward. And I mean, everything's just most likely gonna break down here anyway. We just got some laggers, right? Chainlink here breaking down. Everything's just breaking down right now on lower time frames. Yeah. All right. Good thing we exited that one. We're touching the 5-minute 50 EMA for the third time here. You know what? I don't really have time to do any more trades here. Yeah, I know I said I was not going to short, and I'm not going to short, but we definitely have a quite strong change in behavior here. We might, I mean, now that we have actually tested, right? So all right, let me take a moment here and explain what I'm seeing. Now that we have actually tested the previous range EQ, like I told you guys in the beginning of the webinar, I am right. So it actually looks like can I extend 1 hour? It looks like the webinar was ending. Wow. I'm gonna extend it. Yeah, good night, Lucas and Jarek, and that language, which is it Russia? Russian? No, not Russian. Czech. Polish. You're Polish? Probably Polish. Polish, yeah. Right. Right, we got that RC right here. Well, you look at that, right? Now, in the beginning of the video, I talked about how I am predicting a move up to the previous range EQ here, and a reaction of the range EQ down to the lowest. So now maybe it makes sense to scalp short down to this area. I mean, imagine getting a move in on that move. Yeah, let's see if we can get a reaction of the breakdown area complement with the EMA cluster, or the if we can see some bearish. Let's see if we can get a short in. I don't know, man. Why not short it to the ground? Let's look at the YouTube chat here, see if we can find anything interesting. I'm gonna see if I got sound on YouTube. If I can hear myself. Yeah. Test. Yeah. Right. Yeah, we might actually like it's really interesting here because we got the 50 the 20 and the 5 minute right here. We're bouncing up to 50 with, so yeah, I mean on the 5 minute this actually looks like a pretty decent long, but I really do like the logical move here for Bitcoin is to move back down to the local RC and the breakout. That usually happens, right? It usually happens. You usually come back down and test the breakout level, so why not, right? And in that case, it kind of makes sense to want to go short here. Or I don't know, man. The 5 minute trend is very much to the upside, so would have to be slightly lower risk because the win rate when you trade against a high time frame trend is lower, so the risk should be a bit lower. Yeah, so the 20 is now below the 50 and the 100. Looking for a pullback. You know what? Let's see if I can add. What indicators are those? Let's see. I got them on the default EMA plus. What is this? Right. Let me see. EMA. Can't remember the name of this one. All right. That's the one. Let's see if I can put on the 5 minute. 5 minute 50. The 5 minute 50 should be green. The 5 minute 20 should be like that. Also want it to be crosses. And this is going to be the white 100. Right. And that's the 5 minute EMAs, right? You can see how we got that cluster right here. Beautiful. By the way, guys, tomorrow the trading psychology webinar is going to be held at 11 UTC. Definitely check that one out. It's very, very interesting, right? We got Jimmy, our trading psychologist. Definitely check it out. So tomorrow 11 UTC. By the way, guys, if you're not blind from Black Friday promotions, yeah, well, it is what it is. People love Black Friday. Really dumping here. It's very tempting to short here, but we need to follow the rules. So the idea is to get in on a potential scalp down to the 618, right? Or at least the at this level right here. 17,457. We're getting the bearish reaction most likely off the 50 EMA. Do we have any short setups lining up here? And maybe you saw what I did here, but I like to adjust my horizontal levels to depending on if price is below or above. Like here, the support was drawn using these wicks and that bounce here, but the resistance is using the 1 minute candle closes here and the reaction here and the reaction here, right? So depending on if price action is below or above the level might look a bit differently when adjusting it, right? But that's just when scalping. I don't really care about that on the higher on medium to high time frame. All right, guys, it's way too late here. I gotta go. Right, so what I'm watching here is if we're gonna get a move up. We now have the EMAs showing bearish market structure here. If we can get a move up with stochastics at overbought, going from above overbought to below overbought with a reaction at either of these moving averages with a low time frame bearish market structure, try to go short with a stop above the reaction, risk small, and look for a potential move all the way down to this region right here. So the trade might look like this, right? Something like this. That's what we're looking for, right? Something like that. And you might also, like, if you want to, would not recommend it, but you could also kind of, I mean, you're ranging around the 5 minute EMA right here, the 5 minute 50 EMA, so you could maybe take a trade like that too. But if you watch the 5 minute here, it's, you wait for this 5 minute candle, maybe that's not a terrible idea, but yeah, gotta stick to the rules of the system and wait for a bearish reaction of like 20, the 50, or the 100, and the stochastics need to be at overbought when you're selling. All right, guys, take care, everyone, and thank you all for joining. And we're like I said, we're doing these live webinars on a daily basis inside the Nest Club. So remember to check it out if you're interested in seeing more live sessions like this one. I will most likely start doing them much more often. Take care, guys, and see you guys next time.